You know that little pause, right? That lag when you're waiting for an AI to get back to you? Well, what if it just disappeared completely? There's this new paper out about a model called Mercury, and folks, it's not just a little bit faster. We're talking so fast it might completely change how we use this stuff. So let's dive in and break down how it actually works.
Okay, I want you to just lock one number in your head for me. 1109. 1109. Right now, it's just a number. I get it. But trust me, by the time we're done here, you'll understand why this one figure is a massive deal for the future of AI.
Seriously, just think about it for a second. What if you could type a question and get a whole paragraph or maybe a big chunk of code back instantly? I mean, instantly. Not the word-by-word trickle we're used to, but the entire thing all at once. That's the future we're talking about today. A future where that delay between your thought and the AI's answer just goes away. All right, so what in the world is behind this crazy leap in speed? Well, the model's called Mercury, and you've got to understand, this isn't just a small update to what we already have. Nope. The folks who built this thing went back to the drawing board and completely reimagined how a language model should work. So the secret sauce here, the key to all this speed, it comes down to one word: diffusion. Now, if you've ever messed around with AI image generators, you've actually already seen diffusion at work. It's that tech. But the real genius move here was figuring out how to take that same idea and apply it to generating text. And that right there, that's the core innovation that changes the whole game.
But, to really get why Mercury is such a big deal, we kind of have to look at why current models are, well, slow by comparison. See, almost every other AI out there has this built-in speed limit. It's a fundamental bottleneck in their design that forces them to think, literally one word at a time.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. On the left, that's the old way. It's called sequential. The model spits out one little piece of a word, a token. Then it stops, thinks, and spits out the next one. It's this slow, painful, step-by-step process. But Mercury over on the right, it thinks in parallel. It's generating whole chunks of text, entire sequences, all at the same time. So the big question is how? How does it actually do that? How does it escape that one word at a time trap that holds everything else back? Well, the answer, once again, is that super clever idea: diffusion. Okay, the absolute best way to wrap your head around this is with an analogy. Think about an old-school photograph developing in a darkroom. Instead of drawing a picture line by line, a diffusion model starts with this fuzzy, blurry, noisy idea of the entire final sentence. Then, in a few quick steps, it refines all the parts of that blurry idea at the same time until, bam, the whole thing snaps into sharp focus. That's how it gets you a complete, perfect result so fast. Okay, look, the theory sounds amazing, right? Revolutionary even. But does it actually hold up in the real world? Let's check out the numbers, because this is where that 10 times faster claim really comes to life. Hey, remember that number I told you to keep in mind? 1109? Well, here's the payoff. Take a look at this chart. On the left, that's the average speed for the top-tier, speed-optimized models out there today. Around 11 tokens a second. Which, don't get me wrong, is pretty fast, but then look at Mercury on the right. This isn't just an improvement, it's an absolute blowout. We're talking a full 10 times faster. It's not even in the same league. But here's the million-dollar question, right? Is it just fast, but stupid? Does all that speed come at the cost of quality? And the answer is a resounding no. All this mind-blowing speed is happening while maintaining comparable quality. And that has always been the holy grail in AI, getting insane speed and great results, not one or the other.
And this isn't just some number from a sterile lab experiment either. We're talking real-world validation. On platforms like Copilot Arena, where actual developers are constantly rating and comparing different AI tools, Mercury comes out on top as the fastest, period. All while holding its own on quality against the big players. This is the proof that this whole new approach is the real deal.
So let's step back for a second. What does a 10 times speed up really mean for us, for you and me? Because this isn't just a little spec bump. An AI that moves this fast has the potential to totally change our relationship with technology. Let's think about what that future actually looks like. When an AI can operate at the speed of thought, it stops feeling like a separate tool you're using, and it starts feeling more like an extension of your own brain. Just imagine a brainstorming partner that actually keeps up with your ideas, with zero lag. For coders, it means code appearing on the screen as fast as they can think it up.
The waiting game, it's over.
And really, that leaves us with the most exciting question of all, doesn't it? When that gap between having an idea and seeing it executed becomes zero, when AI is truly instantaneous, what new things suddenly become possible? What are we going to build? What are we going to create? That's the future that models like Mercury are beginning to unlock, and it is going to be absolutely fascinating to see what happens next. Thanks for tuning in.